Hey everybody, I'm Mike Letschin with Nexenta Systems. I'm our field CTO, but today I'm actually going to use some other tools to show you how to come up with shared storage for a virtual lab. So a lot of people are trying to come up with different things for different lab environments. Well, our Nexenta Store solution is a scale-up unified storage array. By doing that, I can run it as a virtual machine. And I'm going to actually use Revello here. I've got some pieces of it set up already. The first couple of things that you'll notice here is I've already got an ESX host. I've got 4 ESX hosts that I've been able to put into Revello. One of the things with Revello that kind of makes it cool for this is you can nest ESX and then nest things inside of them as well. So it utilizes, as you can tell, it utilizes either Google or Amazon depending on where it's going to put it. But it allows you to run with that hourly approach. So there's some storage sitting here, but I can ramp things up and down, turn entire applications on and off. So if I come back and just look, I just have one application in here right now. First thing I want to do is go ahead and build a storage array out of it. So you see I've got a couple here, but the first thing I want to do is just get a blank box. And you can pick all kinds of different types. In this sense, I'm just saying I want an empty box. Drag it onto the table here. Got to give it a name. It's called Storage 1. Make it easy. All sorts of description for it, and you got to give it a host name for whatever I want that to be. I'm going to be able to do pretty much everything else now. I check the networking and check the storage to make sure I'm good. I'm going to need more disks for this. Obviously, if I want to run a little more space, all I do is add in a couple more disks. So add a disk, add one more in just for good measure. We'll go ahead and save it. So now it'll save off this configuration, and this will be available for me to be able to deploy whatever I want onto it. The great thing is there's actually network images, disk images I already have. So if I go to my library, I've already uploaded the ISO on how I'm going to do the install. So I simply just grab the ISO here, and I can make that machine out of it. So very much just like using VMware for those people who are used to just using VMware, but puts it into a whole different environment. So now, if I start this box, so it's got DHCP right now, but I want to go ahead and turn it on. So first I have to do the update. Tell it how long I want to run for.
Yes.
So it's going to need something here. It doesn't like this box. So first thing is, the storage was added, but it doesn't have any way to boot. Once I grab the correct drive, I can just simply browse into that library I was talking about, grab the image, save it, then update again.
Oh, that's classy. Yes.
Once I tell it it's ready to run, this is simply building out. It's grabbing that ISO. Once it's started, I'll be able to go into it directly and just go into whatever the interface is. I can open the console, I can do whatever. I've got a couple other ones already here. If I want to open a couple others and say start those, and maybe an AD server I've already got, or vCenter. Building out the ESX is actually pretty easy as well. All you have to do is, again, add an ESX host here. I've actually replicated a few so I've got, but you can add an empty ESX host and get access to it along the way. Makes all the settings for you automated by default. So it does take a few seconds for this to fully build out and start. So they're going, but you gotta wait for it to get fully started. In the meantime, if I wanted to have everything, guys have put environments in with this. We're not just utilizing things like Nexenta for the backend storage, but also vSAN. They're taking these 4 VMware hosts, and I can turn them right into a vSAN environment if I wanted to. It's really as easy as that, just like any ISO install that you need to do. See if we can refresh this and get access to any of the system chips. So you can also go in and change whatever specs you want on that box. If you want to give it more memory, give it more storage, whatever you're looking at there. Promise it's taking just a little too long. That's what happens when you're trying over a conference Wi-Fi get set up. It's not, I'm waiting. So to show you what it looks like doing the ESX while we're waiting for that, if I simply drag an empty ESX over, notice it's already set up for ESX. It's already got all of my networking set, all of my disks already in place. Makes it really easy to build out whatever you really want in this environment. You can also go get blueprints. So if I go to the repo while we're waiting for that to load, I can come see all kinds of different blueprints other people have done. Things like AutoLab, for those of you already working on doing labs from there, you can use AutoLab here. Whether you need different OpenStack installs, all kinds of different things that are automatically ready. And once you've created one, you can actually make your own blueprint to replicate it. So when your lab's ready and set, you simply save that blueprint and you've got it right back. So as these load, they're going to end up coming up just like every other console that you're going to see. When you do the install, if you're going to install Nexenta, for instance, you simply open up the console, log in, give it the IP address you need. It can be DHCP as well, and then provide DHCP. And one of the other cool things about the DHCP is you'll notice I can also have external DHCP addresses or external network addresses. So I can even set up to get a public IP address to get directly to one of these systems. There we go, this guy's up. Now I'm just correcting, I can connect right into it. Simply say yes and walk through the install. So this looks just like any of the other machines we're looking to load. That external access is actually really good for the ESX side too, especially with the newer Fling to be able to get the web interface for it. I can directly access these boxes via the web. So really that's all it is. It's a pretty easy, quick install. You can end up having shared storage for a virtual lab environment all put together in less than 20 minutes and have everything going. Having your storage ready, get some ESX hosts in, AD, vCenter, all there that you can blow it away, reset it, do whatever you want. So if you're interested in hearing more, that's from Veller Systems. Like I said, I'm with Nexenta, and we can really just be able to put the two together and any other application you're looking to do right as a virtual lab for you.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Did you already say goodbye?
Yes.
Okay.